Time now for our Spotlight program, as we do every Monday. Reserve time for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce. Nancy Morrissey joins us this morning. Good morning, Nancy. How are you?
Good morning, Steve.
Nice to see you.
Welcome back.
Thanks. It's been a month.
Oh, my gosh. Well, I did stop in at your office one day.
Yeah, and thank you very much.
In the regions of the KMCD here.
But you find it odd that they stick me way back in the back where I have no contact with the general public? I don't know if that was by design or just happenstance.
Well, it was fun trying to find you back there. It's nice to have you back. And I told you I would make a comment. We were talking about you needing a haircut, and you've never had it this long. I think there's a subconscious message there that your reason there. You're trying to hide your neck brace by letting your hair grow down over it and back.
No, I think, Nancy, it's that I can't drive. I am completely dependent on the generosity of others to get me from point A to point B.
You know, that's a famous line from a very old movie.
Is it?
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Streetcar Named Desire.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Stanley Kowalski.
Vivian Lee.
Yeah, that's right. So in between point A and point B, there has not been somewhere to get my hair cut. And as I said off the air, if I had any, in the back of my mind, I would like to just let it go and just be wild.
I think you should. Yes, I think you should. Yep.
but the little flip up next to the ear drives me crazy.
Well, you know, we're having rag-rag. Remember back in 1989 when men were growing their mustaches and everything for Fairfield Sesquicentennial?
Oh, yeah, we had the big beard.
Yep, I think you should let your hair grow for rag-rag.
There you go. Nancy said it's all right if I grow my hair. I'll just become shaggy as all get out. Well, again, thank you for, I want to thank Lee for sitting in here on Chamber Talk and all the other spotlights, and Andrew as well over the last few weeks, and back in the saddle again this week. And we're getting down to crunch time in at the Chamber office, because I know even though it's, March 4th, we are, about 5 weeks out from Chamber Banquet?
Oh, yes. A lot of planning goes
about 6
to that. It's a huge event for the Chamber. It's also a fundraiser. It's our largest one. But I want to announce that the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce is now accepting nominations for awards that will be announced during its 2013 annual awards banquet presented by Midwest One Bank. The banquet will be on April 19th at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center, including the Libertyville Savings Bank Citizen of the Year award. If you have any questions concerning how to nominate a deserving individual or business, and don't forget, you're even able to nominate your own business, call the Chamber at 472-2111. Award nomination information is also available online on the Chamber website, www.fairfieldiowa.com. Fairfield, Iowa is one word, and Iowa is spelled out. There is a blog on the homepage that gives all the information concerning the various award categories. It has a link to the nominations form also, which includes the award provisions. Again, the Chamber is accepting nominations for awards to be announced during the 2013 annual awards banquet presented by Midwest One Bank on April 19th at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. Going to touch on that a little bit later in the program, but wanted to start off by saying nominations are open. We also have the nomination forms at the office, too. And if you want to nominate your business, or especially an individual for the Citizen of the Year, a description why for your business, or especially the individual, would be very helpful. There is a committee that meets for the Citizen of the Year, and they will be doing that very soon. So please, we're accepting the nominations until March 15th.
I find it, I don't know about you or the listeners, but I always enjoy the Chamber banquet. I've been to probably 10 out of the last 12, I guess. That when that Citizen of the Year, a lot like the lighting dedication on the square, the Citizen of the Year does not know they're going to be the Citizen of the Year.
Correct.
And so when someone gets up and starts talking about this person and their accomplishments and what they've meant to the community, everybody's kind of looking around, eyes are soldering from side to side, and then it hits, they realize it's them. And again, more times than less times, I've kind of known who it's going to be leading up to it, so I kind of like watch and see when that moment is when the light goes on. It's like that. They're talking about me.
No, it's oh my gosh, they're talking about me.
Yeah, and you know what was interesting? Last year, I want to say Bob Keller.
Yes, it was.
And it was like, and so Bob had one of the best. It was like, it's me.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. And that's exactly what you'd expect from Bob, isn't it? It's like, it's me. Now I gotta get up there and say something. And he said thank you and left.
But he was tearful.
Yes.
I mean,
that's absolutely right. But it's against, for the people who are honored in that fashion, it's against their nature in general to be receptive of the accolade.
They're very low key about what they do. I mean, I have had so many comments where they've been talking about the person, and I've had people come up to me afterwards and say, geez, I thought for a second they were talking about two people at the same time. I had no idea that, so-and-so Bob or Susan Kessel or whoever it was has done all of that, because they do it under the radar. They do it just for the love of Fairfield and giving of their heart and time.
And it's always nice, whoever it is this year, and it may not happen in this fashion, but in years past when you've been able to bring in family members from out of town so they can be part of that celebration as well. So.
All of a sudden, the recipient will go up to the podium to say thank you and look to the back of the room, and there they are standing. Yeah.
So nominations are open for the 2013 Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Awards Banquet, including the Citizen of the Year. For more information, go online to fairfieldiowa.com and find out more. We'll touch it on again before we wrap up the program. All right, let's jump into the meat and potatoes of the program. Today, let's talk about member-to-member program.
Member highlight of the week is talking about the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. It's the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. 10% off a meeting room, theater, or business pavilion rental. Call 472-2000 to book your event. The Fairfield Arts and Convention Center opened in 2007 and is an interesting retreat by day and the jewel of Fairfield by night. The center is home to the Sondheim Center, Stephen Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts, the first building in the United States to be named for celebrated composer-lyrist Stephen Sondheim. The theater features an intimate 522-seat theater. The Fairfield Arts and Convention Center offers flexible meeting space to accommodate gatherings of nearly any size, including a full range of catering and banquet options. The center features more than 12,000 square feet available for rent. If you have an event to plan, think of Fairfield Arts and Convention Center for a 10% discount for your chamber membership. Remember, if your place of employment is a chamber member, then you are a chamber member also. What's happening for this week, March 4th? Ilya Yakushey is going to be Tuesday, March 5th at 7:30 at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts. Ilya Yakushey at the piano. He's a Russian pianist with many awards and honors to his credit. He continues to astound and memorize audiences at major venues on 3 continents. Ilya has performed in Berlin, Vienna, and Dusseldorf. He has toured Southeast Asia, performing in Singapore and Malaysia, as well as Italy, Russia, and the Carnegie Hall in New York City. I love the piano, and when I listened to him play on YouTube, I ended up listening to him for over an hour. I play the piano ever so slightly, and not as much anymore as I used to, but my mom could hear a song and just sit down and play it. It's a gift. It's a talent. I sure do wish I had that kind of talent. Again, that's Ilya Yakushey at the piano, 7:30 Tuesday night at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts.
All right. Again, we're talking about the week that will be coming up with the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce, some of the items on their calendar. By the way, you can go online to find out everything that we're talking about today at fairfieldiowa.com, fairfieldiowa.com. And if you are so inclined, you can sign up for the Monday morning newsletter that comes out. It's entitled The Week That Will Be. So let's jump right on to the next item on your calendar,
which is Wednesday night, which is open mic night at 8 p.m. at Café Paradiso. Then, skipping to Friday night, it's Cedar Valley Winery, who will be having a wine tasting at 6:30 at the Fairfield Arts and Convention Center. Right after the Cedar Valley Winery tasting, plan to attend the Artie Orchestra as they bring swing to the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts at 7:30 p.m. One of the most compelling big bands ever, the Artie Orchestra continues to play many of the original arrangements that made this orchestra so popular in the 1940s and 50s, such as Stardust, Moonglow, Dancing in the Dark, Concerto for Clarinet, and many others. That's Artie Orchestra, Saturday night at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts.
Over the last couple of years, Nancy, over the last couple of years, of course, they've brought in the Glenn Miller Orchestra.
I know, yes.
And they have sold out, and this is just another in a long line of big bands that they've brought in and expect another near sellout.
I wonder if they are sold out. John and I have gone to see the Glenn Miller ones in the past. Now, they're before my time, but I can remember my mom playing the music and stuff. I mean, who hasn't heard of, of our generation, Moonglow,
That's right.
Dancing in the Dark?
I want to say Artie Shaw played the clarinet. Yeah, he played the clarinet. And very, very good. So yeah.
John does too.
John plays the clarinet?
He does.
Well, when are you going to put together a two-person show? You on the piano, John
I told you mine was very little nowadays.
And John on the clarinet. I have a proposal for you. Later in the evening, during the business after hours here in a couple of weeks, we get John on the keyboard, or no, you on the keyboard and John on the clarinet, and I'll play the spoons.
Oh, I think I'll pick the spoons.
All right, you and I on the spoons, John on the clarinet. All right. All right. So that's Artie Shaw Friday night. By the way, be listening for your chance to pick up some additional tickets to that a little bit later on in the week. Friday,
yep, because they are certainly a name and a sound from the past that will simply make everyone feel good. Friday night at 8 p.m. is Mike Mangione and the Union at the Café Paradiso. Mike and the Union is a touring group that combines a folk rock sound with an orchestrated string section, soulful vocals, and literate sensibility. Mike will be playing at 8 o'clock at Café Paradiso on Friday night. Sorry about that. I think it's Friday.
It is Friday night,
yeah,
March 8th.
Sorry. Saturday is the Fairfield Farmers Market from 9 to 2 at the Senior Center, Citizen Senior Center. This is the beginning of March, so it's only 2 months more when we'll have the first Fairfield Farmers Market down by Howard Park. I think everybody's ready to have an outside spring, nice weather farmers market, although they have set up very well down at the Senior Citizen Center every Saturday from 9 to 2. Saturday, March 9th from 1 to 3 is Alliant Energy's Hometown Rewards Program, Explore Renewable Energy Products in Fairfield. This event will be held at the Fairfield Public Library on Saturday, March 9th from 1 to 1:30, and then everyone will move on location until 3 p.m. The tour includes a home with residential solar electric, a home with solar hot water, a home in Abundance Eco Village, and an off-grid home. Whether you are exploring a renewable energy project of your own or just curious about what they look like in action, you are welcome to attend this free panel discussion and self-guided tour. For more information, contact Scott Timm, Sustainability Coordinator for the City of Fairfield. When the Susan Spano was here with the Smithsonian Magazine, the freelancer writer, we went through some off-grid buildings out in Eco Village there. You would never know that just walking through them inside. They're just, they have heat and running water and everything else. It's just that they do it naturally. It's just fascinating. I don't think I'll ever get there, but I wish I could. I really do.
There's something to be there's an admirable quality of that.
There really
making that
sure
commitment.
is. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Then also on Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. as the Cedar Valley Winery will hold a 101 class at their winery located at 2034 Dewberry Avenue in Batavia. For information or to register for this 101 class on wine, call Cedar Valley Winery at 641-662-2800. Saturday night at 7:30 at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts is the mind-boggling variety show. Andy Gross is one of the hottest stand-up comic, magicians, and ventriloquists working today, as evidenced by his sold-out shows and devoted following. He performs over 150 shows a year at comedy clubs, Las Vegas, cruise ships, Fortune 500 corporate events, colleges, and performing arts theaters everywhere. He is considered the best by his peers in the entertainment industry, and he will leave you spellbound. You may recognize him from his numerous TV appearances, including most recently an NBC television special featuring his talents. That's Andy Gross, his mind-boggling variety show, 7:30 Saturday at the Sondheim Center for the Performing Arts.
Again, everything we talked about is available on the chamber calendar at www.fairfieldiowa.com. A couple things coming up in the days and weeks ahead. Looking ahead to next week, a couple items, Nancy.
We have a full week next week. Starting on March 12th, Tuesday, is Chamber Day at the Capitol. Scheduled, like I said, for March 12th. Plans call for a full day of group and targeted meetings, Capitol complex tours, and observation of legislative debate. If you have scheduled meetings, we have scheduled meetings with our local legislators. One of the presenters is Joe Oldsome, who will speak to the group regarding commercial taxation. There will be private lunch with legislative leaders. There will be a chance to meet with other targeted legislators, a tour of the Capitol, an opportunity to watch the Senate or House gavelled into session from the gallery, and a group photo. This is an all-day event leaving from Fairfield at 8:30 a.m. and returning approximately 4:45. Register by email at chamber@fairfieldiowa.com or call the Chamber at 472-2111 for the Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce Day at the Capitol. We've done this in the past. It's just fascinating. It's last time we went, we listened to a legislator or a person of high esteem on the education side. I'm hoping to set that up again this year. Also, haven't quite worked that out, but the tax ones, the speaker on the commercial taxation will be interesting. I think a lot of businesses should hopefully try to get somebody to go up to meet one-on-one with this person, because it's a main representative in that, how do they, committee. Yeah.
By the way, a few seats left on the bus up there, so it's probably pretty important that you call next day or two the chamber, 472-2111, 472-2111. Talk to Nancy over there, and or Lori as well, and book your seat or someone from your company's seat on the bus to the Chamber Day of the Capitol, and that's on March 12th. I look at my calendar; that's a week from tomorrow.
Yeah.
A week from tomorrow. Quickly, some of the other things next week.
Friday is, of course, the St. Patty's Day business after hours at Morrissey Law Offices from a wee bit past 4 to 7 o'clock. All chamber lads, lasses, and guests are invited for Irish coffee, lamb stew, cold beverages, and lots of toast, festive singings, and a whole lot of Irish cheer and a wee bit of fun. So that is Friday at the Morrissey Law Offices located at 109 North Court Street.
And again, the Irish trio of myself, Nancy, and John will try to get together, do the clarinet, the keyboard, and the spoons.
The singing will drown us out. The piano will be a trick.
Negotiations are, we do have a few writers in the contract that may not be able to be overcome, so we're not guaranteeing it'll happen, but we're trying to make it work out. No guarantees. Legislative breakfast in the following morning, and that'll be the final legislative breakfast.
Yes, it will. So that's another chance to talk with our local legislators here also. Then the next Tuesday is a workshop by Brian Ziegler, Entrepreneurial Leadership. The focus is on customer service, strategy, future designed for the adult learner who needs to lead an organization of any type. And then on the 19th, just touch again, April 19th, I want to say, I know we're running out of time. Even if you've been to a Chamber Annual Awards banquet in the past, you haven't been to this one. It's new, it's exciting, We've ramped it up even more than we have in the past. We have the same wonderful awards and recognition and everything, but we're making it fun also.
It has to be better than last year's. That little skit thing.
Oh my goodness. You look so cute though, Steve.
That is our Chamber Talk here on a Monday. Nancy, nice to see you again back in the studio. Just a few minutes before the top of the hour.